Okay, that's embarrassing. Apparently, my second channel does not work like my first channel, and I have to explicitly hit the go live button in YouTube. That's bonkers. So I've been talking for an hour and 37 minutes to myself, which is okay. I do that anyways, but I can't believe that. That sucks. But did I do that the first go around as well? No, wait, right? Yeah, I don't even think that one pops up, but like, where's this one? I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. I just had one of the best games of my life. Well, I've had like 30 plus kill games, but on the bow, this was probably one of my best games so far. And I wasn't even live to show it. It'll probably show up in the VOD though. I would assume that if it showed me an hour and 37 minutes, it would be in the VOD. When I talked about ADD, I talked about my contacts, I talked about the floater in my eyeball. Talked about so many things. And it won't be documented. But that's okay. And it's hot in my room. But when I got the 5070, well, I originally got a 5070. And then like 2 days, I paid $640 for it. And then 2 days afterwards, they dropped the price to $550, which is MSRP. So originally I was gonna go and Best Buy has a policy where if they change the price within the return period, you can go back in and get the difference. So I was gonna do that, but Walmart right down the road miraculously got 5070 Ti's at MSRP for $750. So it was a no-brainer. You know, for $110 more than I spent originally, I would get roughly around 20% more performance. And then with a, modest overclock, I can get close to like 27 to 30% more performance. Than a stock 5070. But I ended up changing my case because after I got that, I was just, listening to my PC, and for whatever reason, it was just loud as hell. So, at first I thought it was the water cooler pump dying, and then I got a new case and new cooler because I have no clue how they got the water cooler in there in the first place. It's like modern engineering, how they fit that thing in there. How am I not hitting this guy? He's gonna be waiting for me. So I ended up getting a new CPU cooler, a new case, everything, and the sound persisted. So the only thing left at that point, unfortunately, was the power supply unit. Which, I mean, all things granted, I did need a new one. The old one was old. Apparently the fan was dying in it because it sounded horrendous. Which, that can be replaced without replacing the entire thing. But with the new graphics cards having the new connector, the 12-pin connector, I think, yeah, it's 12-pin because it's 8+4. It's just safer to have that connector than use an adapter, especially with all the issues that people are having with the new cards. But after everything was said and done, the PC, like, the temps get a lot higher, like on the CPU. So I think while gaming, the CPU really never got above 60 degrees Celsius. But now it does get up to like 75 to like 78 degrees Celsius. But that's purposely because I keep it on like a low fan curve. I keep it on like no more than, I think, 40% or 50%. I don't know how I didn't kill him there. So, I mean, this thing is just dead quiet. It was so quiet, in fact, that I figured out that the next loudest thing in my system was actually the chipset fan on my motherboard. So I went into the BIOS and tried to configure it to stay off until a certain temperature. I ended up having to download Gigabyte Control Center, and I eventually figured out how to get it to shut off. But even with the fan not running, it never got above like 50 degrees Celsius, so I have no clue why by default it runs at like 75% speed. And it's so loud for how tiny it is. It's only a 40mm fan, and it's loud. Ridiculous. Ooh! He brought out the bow now. I love when people bring out the bow after I've killed him a couple times. It feels so validating. And it's just like, you know, now it's more of a fair fight. It's fun. It's so fun to use. But you kind of need permission from somebody else to use it. Me, I don't care. Like, I'll just play the game. But, you know, if you're constantly getting shit on by a dude using an SMG and you're trying to use the bow, like, you're not going to use the bow. But if a dude's using the bow and the bow is fun to you, well, now it becomes like a fair fight, and the fights are fun. That guy's got some good tracking, some good target acquisition. Headshot? 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 Oh, how high do I have to aim here? He might just be straight up out of range. I might not have the ability to actually even shoot him there. I've never really tested how far I can shoot someone. Can't even see where my actual thing is landing. So I don't even know if I need to aim higher or lower. I'm about to just go run up on him now. Okay, so I feel like when it's full knock, it Oh! I'm him! I'm that guy! Yeah, this guy just... I am no longer that guy! I'm going back. I'm going back for seconds. Not my best moment in video game history. I know anybody that like actually plays this game is probably pissed off at me because I'm just dicking around in their spawn, But like we have control of the platform. Like we are absolutely chilling. So, you know, whatever we're collectively doing is working. I don't need to be sitting directly on the site at that moment in time. My eyeball just... I said on the stream before I hit the go live button, I've been using these like re-wetting... Oh, that was a good shot. Re-wetting drops for contacts. And I'll just... Opti-free Pure Moist re-wetting drops. It's supposed to, like, you know, make it so that you can wear your contacts for longer with less discomfort. Which, to be fair, I never had a whole lot of discomfort anyways. It's just like when I wake up, they're a little bit stiff. Because I wear the 30-day, 30-night ones. And I've been wearing them for 13 years. Like, if I could probably... I would say out of the last 13 years, I haven't had a pair of contacts in my eyes, but for maybe 2 months. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe 3 months. Collectively, like taking them out, going to sleep, letting my eyes reset, like all that kind of stuff. So, I'm stuck with the same brand for many years. I'm pretty sure it's the Air Optic Night and Days 30 days. And they're designed just have in your eyes for a very prolonged period of time. 30 days. Night and day. You're able to sleep in them. But I'm pretty sure these re-wetting drops are drying out my contacts and forcing me to use the re-wetting drops to make them feel okay. Let's go. Let's go. We're on a heater. Okay, I didn't get the kill, but I participated. No. No. That was a good game. Alright, unfortunately, that's all the time I got. I was on here for a lot longer. I've been on here for probably like 2 hours. But my stupid... well, this account, usually on OBS, I hit go live and it goes live, but I had to hit go live and then go to YouTube and hit go live again. So I know that for next time now. Just kind of unfortunate. A lot of wasted time, a lot of wasted potential, but all right. Here's the next time. I do want to use video games as another avenue for people to be in contact with me, because the whole premise of like the live streams in the first place was to have contact for the people that couldn't afford to join the Patreon or anything or afford one-on-ones. That's why the live streams were so persistent at some points, so that those people had access to that information without having to pay for it. So I mean, obviously the gaming streams, games aren't everybody's style, but maybe, you know, they join just to talk to me for a little bit about price action, yada yada yada. And maybe like in between a game, I can pop open a chart, say like, yeah, it looks good, blah blah, and then go back to gaming. Because, you know, if I'm not, you know, out working or, you know, sleeping or whatever it might be, I'm usually here doing exactly this. Now usually someone's in the call with me, you know, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try to keep it this. And obviously, if I'm already streaming here, it's kind of a smooth transition over to, you know, the main channel. So that way, because I already have the green screen set up, I already have the lights on, my eyes are already adjusted. I can just go straight to that channel. That's what I did today. I streamed for an hour here, and then I said, well, you know, the green screen's already set up, blah, blah. Let's just go jump on the main channel and say hello, get people updated. I'm almost at max points here. Do I have anything that I can spend this on? There's... I feel like this might be useful for me because I don't use my gadgets enough. The thermal vision is pretty cool. It's only useful on certain maps, or if you know like a good majority of their team, like 2 or more people are using the cloaking thing. Gravity vortex, I don't know. A remote triggered device that creates a gravity vortex, pulling objects and slowing contestants. I don't know if that's going to be worth it for me. I'll buy it and I'll try it. We'll test it out. I haven't used it. I haven't seen anybody else use it. If it's anything like the lock bolt, it might be cool, especially with the bow. You know, slow down their movement, make them easier to hit. We'll have to see. I might jump into the practice range here and test it out. The breach drill deploys that drills through surfaces, flashes the other side. This would be really good in cash out when you're, you know, going after people that are cashing out. I don't see that being useful in team deathmatch or anything like that. It's too fast paced. And cash out, they're going to be sitting in that room, you know, so you have a little bit of a chance to actually make use of that. I don't really have... I mean, if I have some extra points, I might try these, but... What's the... I think I got all the gadgets for the heavy. What's kind of crazy is I wouldn't call myself a heavy player, but for the most part, I have everything. You know? Because in Power Shift is a game mode where I feel like heavy, you don't get punished for playing it. In Cash Out, you're constantly having to move around the map. So you're always slow. So like if your teammates are playing lights or mediums, a lot of the times they don't wait for you. So like, and I'm speaking, I do the same thing. I don't wait for my teammates, as I probably should. But in Power Shift, the platform moves with you, you know? So I feel like the heavy is a lot more useful. I remember Power Shift first came out, and I mean, people still play it like that, but like, if you have a full team, it is so easy to win Power Shift every game. You run like 2 to 3 mediums with APS turrets and defibs. You know, give them some sort of long range weapon like a SCAR or like an AK. And then usually Guardian turret's been kind of nerfed into the ground, but it's still useful, especially when you got 3 people all running them. You know, that's a lot of firepower. Like, you know, maybe 2 people with healing beam, 1 person with a Guardian turret, and then, you know, you got 2 more heavies, and they're running, you know, mesh shields and barricades and dome shield. And then maybe they're using like a Lewis or whatever it might be. You know, maybe some guy is using a melee weapon for people that jump on the platform. One guy's using a regular gun for just peppering people and helping out the mediums. But like if you run that setup, you're winning Power Shift every game. Like hands down. Like if you don't win it, it's because they're also playing the same comp and they're just better. Plain simple. Let me try. I want to see how significant the slowdown is on that gravity thing and how it works. If you can throw it far, I think that would be useful. But if it just tosses in front of you like a C4, I'm not saying that would be not useful, but definitely limits its ability a lot. Let's see here. So I did not mean to emote. I'm so used to Marvel Rivals practice game mode. Pressing H to switch your character. Alright, so I like the thermal bore. There's been plenty of use cases where the thermal bore actually came in handy. So gravity vortex and H infuser. Alright, so we're gonna. It doesn't have that big of a throw distance. It doesn't. See, like that to me. Okay, so it has like a. That affected me than more than it did him. Alright, let's try this one more time. I just don't think it's useful, to be honest. That's the thing, like I can't use that. It's a completely like Do I have to click it twice? So I have to throw it ahead of time. Alright, so now it's clicked. I just... It would need to be more instant activation and maybe a bigger field. So I feel like... Okay, so this dude's like running a straight path, which most people are going to do if that happens to him. I can see its potential. I just don't know how it would actually come in handy in game. See, like he just got out of that. I guess the best case scenario would be like area denial. Hope you don't mind height. Like if you need to escape, you can throw it in a doorway. Because I mean, it's got a like in terms of like doorways, it's got a pretty big area of effect. So let's say like I'm running away from this guy. Then I guess it has some potential. But in terms of like trapping ability and like offensive potential, there's none. It seems totally like defense oriented. And especially that like it has like this big like thing that comes out of it. People can see it. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll be running that. I'll try it for a couple games, but it just doesn't seem... Who's shooting who? Oh, this is my teammate. Are you gonna shoot him? Okay, so I mean, it can get someone up to, you know, full health pretty much. Because I do want something to be able to support people as well. Really cool that they update. I don't know when they did this, but the bots used to be just like these like chunky dudes that just stood there like this. And this is one of those weapons where you need countless hours using it, where your brain is just in tune with like the projectile speed. Like I said, there's multiple different speeds. Like it's percentage based. So like if I just do a single tap fire, it's barely doing any damage. And then if I hold it for like a quarter second, my brain is just having a real rough time figuring out how far I need to space out these shots. I mean, it definitely doesn't take into account like people doing that kind of crazy stuff. I don't know. I guess it's just something that's going to come with time. Like you really can't, you know, be 100% with a weapon after using it for a couple hours. But it's one of those things I do want to get good at. It's one of those weapons in a video game that, like, to me, if someone can use it well, like, it's just, it looks so cool and it's so fun to use. I think that's why people gravitate towards things like Hanzo and Hawkeye in video games, which conveniently, I don't play those characters. Like, I don't play Hawkeye in Marvel Rivals. I didn't play Hanzo, which, I mean, I didn't play a lot of Overwatch to begin with, but, you know, the very little bit that I did, I think I played, like, Widowmaker, Tracer, yeah, I wasn't really a tank guy, so I think I maybe played Who did I play that was a tank? I don't know. I don't know all their names. But yeah, all right. That is all the time that I have for today. I said I did screw up a little bit with the go live button here, but okie dokie. I might be live later tonight. But if not, I'll be around when I be around. All right. Go ahead and head off for today. We did a main channel stream. We did 2 gaming channel streams. So yeah, we'll go ahead and call it there. All right. Anybody that is there, I appreciate you.